Merry Trickmas, everybody. It is time for Trickmas again, and I have a puppy. And so, if you haven't seen it already, I have a full YouTube playlist of 25 different tricks to play with your dog this holiday season. But we're going to do the first 5 here right now with my brand new puppy. And if you want to check out the full YouTube playlist, you can check it down below. So the first thing we're going to do is spin. So we're going to take our treat, we're going to draw a line from the nose to the rear end, and just spin them around like this. Yes, good job. And you can do what's also called twist. And some people call this left. So over here is left, and over here is right. And that is the first trick in the Trickmas series that you can do with your dog. The second trick for Trickmas is middle. I like to take a little search cookie and toss a treat down the middle, and then bring them back here. You want to get them lined up right in the middle of your legs here. It's important for our next trick that we get this behavior. So search, and then get them right here in the middle. Good job. Very good. Super. Awesome. Good boy. And this is middle. This eventually turns into footsie, where they get their front 2 paws right here on your feet. And you walk along the way. Mochi doesn't have that yet, but maybe by the end of this Trickmas series, he will. All right, so the next part of the Trickmas is figure 8, getting your dog to do a figure 8 between your legs. So I take 2 treats, 1 treat in each hand, and I just make a figure 8. And I lure them between my legs. You can sometimes make it more narrow. This is good for canine fitness to get some collection in here. But it's also great for just a trick in general, and eventually the leg weave game. So you actually go through here and you get them to do leg weaves, walking leg weaves, I should say. Good job. Very nice. Very good, buddy. Awesome. And all I'm doing is just taking treats in both hands and just luring them around like this. And eventually, you can see if you can get a full figure 8 and then reward. Good job. Very nice. The next trick in our Trickmas series is roll over. So you're going to get your dog into a down. And the first part of this trick is to have them feel comfortable getting onto one hip or another. Will they like this hip or that hip? And you can turn their head to the left and to the right and see which hip they like to lean on or roll over on. And some dogs that are very active dogs, that are very strong in the rear end, have a hard time, or very tense in the rear end sometimes. Maybe they're nervous. They have a hard time flipping to one side or the other. I know I can do that. I know I've gotten him on a hip hold. So now we're going to try to get him to lay over on his side. This is the play dead trick. But then if you want him to go all the way into a roll over, you just bring the treat all the way around. Yeah, good boy. Super job. Oh, that's what you wanted from me. That's what you wanted from me. I did. I did. You ready? All right. Let's see if we can get there. Let's see if we can get there. Oh, he wants to go that way? That's fine. Oh, he's going to go the other way this time. Okay. Dogs will mix it up. You want to try to figure out? Yeah. I got it. Good job. Make a big deal of it. Especially if it's really hard for them. Make a huge deal out of them going into the rollover. And it's important, as you can see right here, he's like really thinking hard about this, that we also reward our down behavior. So if you've just been teaching down to your puppy, you also reward the down behavior, so they don't lose that behavior as you do this. There it is. Yes, good. And sometimes I'll just rest into here. What I'll do is I'll just get in this spot here and reward this behavior like over and over again. That become reinforcing. Once again, this is play dead. So eventually we're going to stop here and just work on play dead or go to sleep. But rollover is just taking the treat one step further. Yes. And reinforcing them. Good job. You're doing so good. All right. We got one more trick to do. You ready, Sean? Okay. So the next trick here is perch. Getting your dog to perch on top of items. Eventually, you're going to be perching on all sorts of things for different types of tricks. Yes, he knows this one. Search. We may make this a little harder. Search. Good job. Right here. Good boy. Yes, back and forth. That's an easy one for him. So let's see if we can amp this up just a little bit. Good job. Good boy. So it's a little higher perch. Yes, good boy. Super. Excellent. Good job. Eventually, when they get to a high enough point, we're eventually going to learn pray or meditate or hide, where you're going to put the treat between their front 2 paws here, and they're going to put their heads down in between them. So it's important to make sure that they're comfortable with this perch behavior before we jump into the pray behavior or hide behavior, where they're going to go hide and they're going to put their your head down below like this. Good job. So since he's doing good on that higher platform, we can always just mix it up a little bit, and we can do something with a little bit more difficulty, which is this little wobbly stool. Ooh, nice job. Super. That works on balance and core, and you can help them out by standing on it a little bit. And this is just a little wobbly stool. You do a stool in general, it doesn't have to be wobbly, but this is just really good for him to learn how to do perch on all different types of objects, because you never know what trick we're going to be teaching him next with his front two paws like this. Search. And at the end of this Merry Trickmas episode, I'm going to pull out a brand new toy. Oh, what is that? A little flirt pole for him to play with. Good job. It's important to play with your dog when training them after a solid training session, learning 5 different tricks. I think he deserves some play because that will solidify the more fun part of your training session, but also it gets them to scientifically retain more information. So having a little play session at the end of your training session just ends the training session with a wonderful note, but also helps them scientifically to be able to keep and retain that information for next time. Good job. Thanks for watching here on the Doggie Dojo. If you have any questions or comments, put it down below. Make sure to check out that full Trickmas series down below as well. As always, have some fun with your dogs, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye.